about this university is everywhere they have a lot of solar panels, and this is, I think, a parking garage, and they have solar panels over there. That's the other parking lot. They have panels. This is their indoor stadium, and you can see solar panels on top. There are other buildings that have solar panels, so they really do a great job of maximizing the sun and being a lot more eco-friendly than a lot of other campuses. So this is, I personally, being more on the environmental side, I really like that. The city overall, you do have your mountains, so it's surrounded by that. And this particular mountain is called the A Mountain, and the A for Arizona State University. So when we are further down, I'll try to get that big letter A that they have up there. You can even hike up to that mountain, so it's pretty cool. And the weather throughout the year does remain bright and sunny and slightly on the warmer side. It's a little nippy this morning, but in the summers it gets pretty hot as well because of the desert. So the Grand Canyon is maybe another 2.5 hours away of a drive from here. San Diego is maybe 4 or 5. So the campus is empty because of spring break. And there comes the train that we were discussing yesterday that goes around the loop. So this is the train that we intend to take back later this evening back to the airport. This is the engineering part, the north part of campus, and this is the engineering dorm, Tucker House, and this is how it's spelled, Tooker. I think this is an extension of the house. Right underneath you have the dining facilities. There are 6 dining facilities on campus. One can go to any of those facilities at any point, lunch, dinner, breakfast, and they also do have a lot of food options, right, for vegan, halal, pizza, Mexican, so very inclusive of a lot of different cultures and different tastes. Right here is this main ASU bridge, and right when you cross over that bridge begins the palm walk, the 1 mile walk with all the palm trees that heads into the heart of campus. Let's do this. As we come down this bridge, this is palm walk. Very quiet today. Normally this on a busy campus day is packed. Health is of prime importance. So this is, I think, their health center. So apart from a lot of solar panels, they also everywhere have stations where they recycle things, and then obviously the stuff that goes into landfills. And here are examples of what can be put in what and what they expect to be put here. So they're trying to eliminate waste. But yeah, as we walk down, my intent is to see where those engineering classes would be for general education and electives. So yeah, this is the health services building, and I can almost smell the fresh green grass. It's been cut. This is another very scenic and pretty area of the campus. Just good to just come and sit here, soak in the sun and the ambiance. And they have study abroad programs as well, which I forgot to mention earlier. So it's recommended that the students go in their freshman or maybe sophomore semesters, the second year to do this. It just is easier. Later on it just gets really harder. So that's the recommendation usually. So this campus is spruced with more historic buildings such as this and that kind, this kind of architecture, and then more modern architecture like that glass building. So I think they've just expanded over the years and they are keeping up with it. As we are getting close to the mountain, I just noticed you can spot that big A, and A for Arizona State University. So this is the one where I think we were recommended that if we have time, we can go climb up and hike it up and then get a better view of the city. But today we don't have that time, and honestly the inclination, but maybe someday. Here we actually have a live demo of the robot going ahead and delivering food. So this is where you put in the code, and the food gets to you, and you put in the code on your phone and show it to the robot, and then the lid opens and you get your food. Pretty neat on a lot of US college campuses. Now, even though we primarily came for looking at engineering, but this is the business school section of the campus, and it's the WP Carey School. Again, very big campus, very impressive overall. And like I mentioned, 70,000 students, grad and undergrad, international, local, out of state, all put together. I was just told that this is the undergrad building, and then straight up is the academic advising section. And this building here, which is McCord Hall, is the one which is for graduate students. So throughout the buildings we see a lot of bike racks. So these racks here are for the standing bikes, the regularly standing bikes. And then if you want your bike in a little more up fashion, then these are the racks for that. But as you can see, some of these buildings, a lot of kids bike there, so they have a lot of bike racks, which is again really cool. It's a really big campus, so sometimes it can take some time to get to places. And apart from bikes, there's a lot of skateboarding that goes on, or the scooters, and then you can lock your skateboards this way. I've never seen this rack before, so this is kind of cool to see. And then again, like I said, look, you have the standing bike racks all over the place, and regular bike racks. And this is again right outside the gymnasium, a very open area where they play soccer. And this is the month of March, and the weather here helps with that. This lane that you're seeing is a 1 mile long walking path and has palm trees on both sides. So we'll do that tomorrow morning.